guys? I hope you're all doing well. I'm coming to you with my January favorites. I can believe that we're already in February. It's scary and it's exciting at the same time. It's scary because the damn time flies, but it's not, because we're getting closer and closer to some fun things like IMATs and Valentine's Day, which I don't know if that's fun for me. It's my best friend's birthday, but Nelson and I mean, we're cute and all, but I don't know. I don't look forward to Valentine's Day. It's not a big deal. But you got IMAX. My birthday's in June. Like, come on, that's a whole half a year away. But whatever. We're going to go ahead and get into these favorites. Some of them are the same from last month or similar. But I'm going to get into it. So I'm going to go into the first one, which is these Garnier wipes. I've been raving about them. These are the Skin Active Clean Plus Purifying Oil-Free Cleansing Towelettes. Now, Garnier has a few different types of wipes. And, you know, I like my Walmart brand, cheap brand wipes. But what set these out and makes these my favorite is the fact that they're specifically for oily skin, and they remove oil and mattify, and they have charcoal in them. I am a sucker for anything with charcoal, advertised with charcoal in it, because I just feel as though it definitely helps my skin. I have a lot of blackheads, and I get them, and it just, I don't know, it really helps, and I really enjoy that. And so these wipes are the bomb.com, so try that out. The next, this has been in my favorites, I want to say, ever since I freaking bought it. This one's almost out, so I've been using it every day religiously to get rid of this little edge part. This is the Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder. Look at this. Look at the I'm using them edges. I've been wearing this. I wear it not every day, but almost every day, some sort of way, when I go to work. Almost every day at work. Not so much on the weekends, but it is a beautiful powder foundation I'm wearing today. A beautiful powder foundation. I want to give it at least a medium coverage. It is mattifying. It is just simply beautiful. It's something fast I can throw on my face, and it really brings it all together. So that dual matte, I've talked about in a lot of other favorites, so we're done. We're not getting into it anymore. The next one is this matte concealer. This is the Studio Finish Concealer. Now, in MAC foundations, I am an NC50. That's what they tell me. That's what I tend to get, and works. This, on the other hand, is the concealer is an NW45. It doesn't look that cool to me, but NW45. And this concealer, I love the way it looks under my eyes, and I use it actually with a little small concealer brush to sculpt out my eyebrows. They're not sculpted today, but to sculpt out my eyebrows. And this concealer has been, it just worked beautifully in this specific shade. I love the consistency of it. Y'all know I like a little bit of a thicker concealer. Usually, there's some thinner ones that I love, don't get me wrong, but if I'm just coming up with the perfect concealer, I like them thicker. And this one is the perfect consistency, and it's beautiful. It doesn't settle in, it doesn't crease, it lasts all day. It's a beautiful concealer. And NW45, I actually like this shade. I know it should come off a little cool, but it doesn't. It's beautiful under my eyes. It's not super brightening or anything. It's not one of the ones that I would use to brighten, but just to conceal. It's beautiful. So, well done, MAC. I have two Morphe brushes to talk about. This first one, which is super dirty and ugly, is the M173. I picked this up. Oh, no, I didn't pick it up. I got it in my subscription box, which I should be getting the next one soon. I got it in my subscription box from Morphe. It is a fluffy, it's like a kabuki, but it's a little bit bigger. No, I'm lying. It's a little bit smaller than like a flat top kabuki brush, but it's that perfect size. And I go under my eyes. I use it for concealer, and it's the perfect. So I'll rub my brush in here, and I'll go under my eyes. It's fluffy enough to blend out pretty much anything, but it's dense enough to pack it on. And I absolutely love this brush. I am going to pick up a bunch of backups at IMATs. The M173. I'm also going to get one for my kit. One or two for my kit. Like, this is a great brush. I really like it, and I would imagine you can use it to apply your contour, which I may try once I get a second one. I can imagine, especially cream contour. It's really good at blending out cream stuff, so definitely recommend that. And then the next one is the, I think this says 314. And it's an eye brush. I did not get this in the subscription box. I think I bought this. Yeah, I bought this from IMAX. But this is what it looks like. It's a kind of fluffy blending crease type brush, and I actually use this to blend out cream shadows. This works really good for that. I don't know if it's meant for that. I don't know the best brush for that. I'm still learning this makeup game, but for me, this one works the best, so that's what it's used for. I've been putting one of these ColourPop blushes that I'll show you in a minute in my crease as a crease shade, transition shade, whatever you want to call it, and it blends it out really, really well. So I really do enjoy this brush. That's the 314, I think, because it's kind of faded off a little bit, but it's definitely from Morphe, and that's what it looks like. Okay, where am I? You know, I always keep my list down here. The next one being my Beauty Blenders and Real Technique sponges. You'll see later on, I actually just bought in a haul video, I bought some more Real Technique sponges, because, you know, the sponges wear out, and I got a good deal on them. But anyway, let me calm down. I've been using my Beauty Blenders and Real Technique sponges more. I actually keep them now in this little candy, what are these called? I know what these are called, but I forgot. Anyway, it's a plastic one. I thought this was so cute. And so I have my Beauty Blenders and my Real Technique sponges in here. I think I have, yeah, now I have 6 of the Real Technique sponges. You'll see in a haul why I have 4 more. You'll see in a haul. But anyway, I've been using them more. It's not so much that I don't like them. I love the finish that they give me, but I'm just so lazy. I can get it done faster with a brush. You gotta get up and go wet it. Sometimes I spray it with my spray bottle, then I run out of water. But I've been taking that extra step to dampen my sponge and really apply my liquid foundations, or even using the sponge to apply some powder to highlight under my eyes. And it's really made a difference. And I will, not every day, but I take that extra step when I'm feeling extra glam. So I've really been, you know, going back towards my sponges, and they've become a favorite again. I really love them, and I really do appreciate them, and they're a good staple in my collection. The next one being Orange Tone Shadows. I tried a palette from Milani. The palette itself is not necessarily a favorite, but the fact how this orange shade here looked really nice on my skin. These warm tones, and by me having warm undertones, I already know warm shadows are good, but I don't specifically reach for orange a lot. I don't know, it's not necessarily my favorite color, but I've been reaching for it, and I've been reaching for it more when I've been digging into the 35O. So not so much, I don't want to say this palette is a favorite. It's just this theme of colors I've really been enjoying and loving. You know, I love warm blush. I've been wearing warmer blushes. I always wear warm blushes, but warm orangey based blushes. I like, you know, I'm into these orange shadows, these fall themed fall colors, and that's really has been making me happy. So that's a favorite this month. Alright, I'm almost done, don't worry. The next one, I have 2 ColourPop items. The first one is, this is an eyeshadow, a Super Shock shadow, and this is in I Heart This. This is what it looks like. If you guys haven't heard about ColourPop, look them up. I'm going to do another video on ColourPop a little bit later on. And this is what this eyeshadow looks like. Honestly, this shadow, oh my god, it's so, like, oh my god, I'm just lightly touching my hand in it. It's, oh my god. Oh, I can't explain it. It's a beautiful champagne shade with sparkle in it. These ColourPop shadows, all of them, I can wear these without primer. This is the only shadow I will wear without primer. Like, if I'm running to Nelson's house, so I know I'm going to be gone for the weekend with Nelson, sometimes I don't want to carry my whole travel bag. So I'll throw my basics, concealer, powder, lip, you know, mascara into a little teeny travel makeup bag. And I throw one of my ColourPop shadows, but specifically this one because it's kind of a neutral shade and go with anything. And I never pack eye primer. This goes on my eyelid and stays without any primer. Now, if I'm sitting at my makeup table, by default, I just put on eye primer. But, like, if I'm somewhere and I have this shadow with me, I already know, don't need primer, I'll be fine. And actually, what I've been liking in my crease is another ColourPop shade. And this is actually a blush. I love it as a blush as well. But in my crease, this is called Quarters. And like I told you guys, I've been loving these warm orangey tones. This is more of a bricky coral. It's my description. And I've really been enjoying that in my crease. And it's matte. That's what it looks like. Hold on, let me get you a good swatchy swatch. Oh, isn't that pretty? And that's been in my crease. So I've been wearing those two together, and I think it looks really pretty. Really, really quick. And for my lashes, this is also a favorite. This mascara from Milani. I don't know if it's new or not. This is the Grandissimo Lashes Incredible Volume Mascara. I cannot remember when I purchased it. I love a mascara with a big brush, and this brush is huge. I guess I would have to compare it to something, huh? Maybelline Falsies Push-Up Drama right next to it. It's a huge brush. It's a huge brush. So anyway, I love that, but it does not clump my lashes at all. It lengthens. I don't know about the volume, to be honest with you, but it lengthens and definitely separates. So doesn't really claim necessarily. I don't want to say it doesn't, but as far as volume, I don't love it for volume. I love it because it lengthens and separates. It's really decent. It lasts long. It's not waterproof, but it does last all day. Like at the end of the day, I can still feel it on my lashes, but it also doesn't flake off or come off on my cheeks or anything like that. And that's one thing I can really appreciate, especially if I'm wearing a light makeup day, and not really any shadow or eyeliner under the eyes for it to kind of blend into. It doesn't do that. So that's really, really good. And I really do appreciate that in the mascara. So good job, Milani. I have two more things. One more item. And then another is like a storage type thing. Well, let me just shut up and tell you. This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I still use my e.l.f. brow gel to set everything. But before I do that, I'll fill in my brows with a pencil. And this is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Espresso. And I have been loving this. I think this goes perfect with my hair color. And I have been using this to, oh my god, my camera's about to die. I've been using it to set my brows. And it just, I don't know, with that pencil and this shade together, it really makes my brows a perfect brown shade, if that makes any sense. I had to let my battery charge. So the next favorite is this little, acrylic container. It's actually meant, I guess, for like Q-tips or things like that, because it comes with a little lid. I think it was like $2 or $3 at Burlington, and I don't really have anything to go in it with the lid. But what I actually put in here are my smaller eyeshadow palettes, tiny ones that I consider not necessarily necessities, but I guess you can say basics. Anyway, let me just explain. So in here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little palettes. The first one is the Lorac Pro, the little mini. It came with a set with like eyeliners or whatever, this holiday collection. And in here is cream, nectar, and mocha. And these are really good neutrals. I don't do the cream too much, but nectar is good for my crease and mocha is good for the lid. And it's just a little teeny staple, little basic palette. Like, you know, it's what I keep in here is kind of like when you want to reach. Let me just keep going because I'm going to confuse you. The next two that I already made are the Naked Basics 1 and 2. As you guys know, I got these in the vault. I'm going to be honest with you, I never do complete looks with these two palettes. I don't reach for them as much as I reach for my other palettes. Let me show them to you. I'm trying to open them up. I don't reach for them as much. But these are like basic matte shadows that honestly are really good quality. They're Urban Decay, but they're pretty boring on their own personally to me. Really pretty boring, but if you need a staple matte shade like these matte light cream to blend out, lighten up, they're here and they're easily accessible. I had these mixed in with my larger palettes and they just kind of got lost and drowned in that whole situation. And then the next three, which I'm really excited about, I know I mentioned these that I got these before. Hopefully they're at IMATS. These are the Z Palette Minis. These are really small and they hold 3 like standard MAC, Makeup Geek, Coastal Scent type shadows. That's standard size. Only 3. I think the little smaller circle pans, it holds 8. But these, it only holds 3. And I have 3 of them set up. And in the first one, I'm going to show you. These are colors that I would reach for. I don't want to say all the time, but to complete a look, I need one of these shades pretty much every time I do eye makeup. So in the first one, these are my 3 crease shades. My favorite 3 crease shades, transition shades. You know I have Bronze Peach, Bronze Peach and Oatmeal Tan. Those are my two favorite crease shades. Coastal Scents Hot Pots. And then I have Petal Peach, which is a lighter peachy shade to transition and blend out shades. I love these three colors. So I go for those for lighter looks. And then I guess you can say for deeper looks, usually, I want to say deeper looks, yeah, I reach for these. I don't really think about when I reach for them. I just know when I'm doing my makeup which one I want. These are... the two on the outer part are more of my skin tone shades. Two shades that you want as your skin tone, whether it's just a base over your primer to help the shadows blend or to buff out edges of another shadow without really putting another color there. And then in the middle I have another peachy toned shade for the crease that just didn't fit in there. But these two browns are perfect for my skin tone. Like, they pretty much blend in with my skin, but they help other shades blend in. And that's Harvest Brown and... Barista, or Barista, however you want to pronounce it, from Coastal Scents. So these two Z palettes are for my more natural shades, and I really like this setup. And I encourage you not necessarily get a mini Z palette, but at least find out some staple shades, your staple buffing shade or transition shade. And if you want to invest in these mini Z palettes, they're $5 a piece or 3 for $12 on the Z palette website, which is really good. So you should definitely check them out. I'm definitely going to invest in more. Okay. And then the next, the last mini Z palette that I have put together so far is my standard dark matte shades. And I have a matte black, which is, all these are Coastal Scents Hot Pots if I'm not mistaken. Incognito, Deep Roast, and Navy Baby. So Incognito is my matte black, my Deep Roast is my dark matte brown, and then my Navy Baby is my dark matte navy blue. For my outer corners, smudging under the lower lash line, these are perfect for that. Now granted, if I'm working in a palette and a palette has that shade that can replace one of these, I go ahead and use it. But if I'm just doing, I'm using single shadows, or a palette's not quite complete, and I need this, I keep these next to all my bigger palettes so I can easily reach for those just staple shades instead of rooting all the way through my collection looking for a matte skin tone brown and all this. I already know my favorites and I have them separate in my collection. So I thought I'd share that with you, and I really enjoy those mini Z palettes, and I'm definitely going to put more together. Maybe I'm thinking about my 3 favorite brow highlighting shades, which I'll probably put that together next. But that was all my favorites. Let me know your favorites in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Anything else? That's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in this video, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time, I love you all. Bye.